So this will be a relatively brief one. I'm just fact correcting pretty obvious lie. I mean, Aaron lies all the time, but this one was like, yeah, we have to say Hitlerian big lie, like, huh? Like a lie so dumb and so incredible. I mean, well, okay. So some people say, why call Aaron Smith-Levin a liar? This is obviously Scientology propaganda network. No, just open your ears. You'll be like, what? What?
For the most part, not making my private life public. Many of you probably have absolutely no idea that I've been in a relationship for the last 14 months. And that is because I've never publicly acknowledged in any of my videos that I have been in a relationship for the last 14 months, even when I was doing videos with that person. That was very much intentional. I told my partner, I'm not going to have a public relationship because I'm not going to have a public.
We'll put aside the obvious refutation that Jenna has appeared many times with Aaron right there at these, I don't want to call them protests, at his live events. And she calls him, sweetie and baby. And, it wasn't Publix, even though it was public. They were literally on sidewalks in public areas, as well as their private homes. There's even a video where they're holding hands together. Guys, I never made it officially Pubako. Therefore, it was still in the private space of my own mentalities. I also like for this video, Aaron is changing up the style, right? His usual thing is to be screaming like a banshee, but here it's like, I'm being very serious, guys. For the most part, my private life is for the most part, like 70%, 60%. See, that's how we get away with lying and hypocrisy. I will admit, yes, I made private, some private was Pubako, like Mike Renders. I will say public, private, that does not exist because I need to destroy Mike Render now. Yeah, because that's another lie that Aaron woke up and realized Render was the head of OSHA. I did not realize he was the head of OSHA until, 10 months ago. That was also not in the private public space. I mean, listen, you can lie with your mouth and all that. The problem is, beyond a certain point, nobody would believe you. So the next time you say, like, even the simple things like, in Paris, there's the Eiffel Tower, I'm not going to believe you. I have no reason to believe anything you say or disseminate because you're not just lying to me. The thing's an explicit lie that can be refuted in 3 seconds. It's not even true on your own basis. It's like, I told this person our relationship was not public, and she agreed to the contracts. And therefore, I feel a violation of my rights. Uh-huh. And I mean, granted, a lot of these ex-Scientology bozo clowns are, pretty crazy, but you'd have to shake your head and say, yeah, it don't work like that. We'll put aside, too, that Aaron is a celebrity. He wants to be a celebrity. He tells us he wants to be a celebrity. He says this on the record. I want to go on Joe Rogan. I want to talk to Joe Rogan. Okay, does he expect to be exposed to millions of Joe Rogan's viewers and listeners and be a private citizen? Is that his only public speaking event? No. No, routinely, Aaron puts himself on camera, says his name, says he wants to be on more podcasts and more YouTube channels. So is he the one magic celebrity? His private life will magics. Nothing's going on. Nothing is happening. Why? Why would we make the exception for him? We don't make it for any other celebrity. He doesn't make it for Tom Cruise. Is Tom Cruise's private life? Nope. He's talking about Ana de Armas, right? And people can say, well, yeah, because Tom Cruise is a celebrity. Exactly. So what? Does Aaron not know what a celebrity is? Does he need an actual dictionary? We could read it back to him. It's a person in the public trying to gain attention for themselves. This isn't for the cause. It's about himself. It's about him and his ego. He wants to be famous. With fame comes some scrutiny. But I just like it's just the audacity of the lying just gets me. It's like, now some of my private became tobacco's, and but it was I told her no tobacco. Even though we're in Pubacos, being under Bacos, being Publix, okay? And I guess he thinks that there's an inconsistency if I don't respect his quote private life. But see, Aaron, you done messed up. See, if you don't respect privacy, others are not obligated to respect your privacy. And I'd have to say, I mean, I'm trying to think, have I ever violated anyone's privacy on YouTube? Um, I really can't think of any. I mean, I'm so super careful. Like, I don't even really say Nora's last name. Like Dana said her name was off limits, but now she's promoting herself. She's freely giving out her last name. I still just call her Dana, even though you can find her last name now pretty quickly. It's not difficult to find. Um, there you go. I mean, like I'm gonna use Dodge's last name, but Dodge uses his own last name in his own channel. I don't know. That's me. So I do try to go overboard on privacy. Um, so I don't know. I mean, unless you consider me calling Marissa, relatable race Marissa, a violation of privacy, but well, she lied about that. Yeah, I mean, if you look her up, really, her name is Marissa, not relatable race. So there you go, there you go. But yeah, I can't name a single instance I violated privacy. So we're not in the same category, Aaron. But I'm glad he's trying to guilt trip people. At the end of the day, I have a right, guys, to my privacies. No, I'd have to say you're the rare person. I don't care. I don't care if your privacy is violated. Now, if I want my privacy to be respected, it's because I do respect privacy. You do not. So when other people say, "Yeah, but that may be private. Maybe we should not get into that," it's like, okay, I think again, it's hard to draw the line. It's very hard to draw the line, especially with celebrities. But I don't really know if Dana's dating or married to someone. But her marriage record did get into the record because of the Zero Dark Tony fight. Right? Apparently, her ex-husband hooked up with Zero Dark Tony and they collaborated together. I don't know, but I have knowledge that she does have an ex-husband. That's about it. But about her current relations, don't really know. Don't particularly care. I know Nora's married. Like sometimes the wife does appear on screen, but that's about it. I don't really want to know anything about these women or men or their whole who scout. To just be perfectly honest, I do, frankly, to be brutal, wonder about their mental capacities. I mean, with Nora, you'd have to be bat stupid to be subsidizing this woman who doesn't do anything, and she just yells and screams and drinks soda, and you're paying for that. Like, why would you pay for that? That's stupid. But that's a different story from getting into their privacy. I can question their judgment without getting into the private aspects of their, whatever they're doing. So there we go. But there we go. That's the Aaron Smith-Levin story, guys. I didn't make it Publix. I don't know what you're talking about. It was never officials. Yeah, Aaron. We've gone long past where we care what you think is private or public. You're not a serious person. You're not Hannah Arendt. This is not C. Wright Mills. You're not even Frederick Hayek. It's like private Publix. What can we? Whether I like those people or not, we have to take their words seriously and try to study them carefully. But no, you're not Plato. You're not Socrates. You're not Jesus. You're just a grifter online who's trying to become, super rich and super famous, but somehow keep everything private, but only when you want to. When things you want to make some things public, like render, so you can benefit from that, and then go back. Oh, guys, it was privilege. I don't understand. That was my life privilege, and then try to destroy the privacy of others. Keep it going. Keep the grift going. That's Aaron Smith-Levin.